We have a habit of drawing hard lines around everything. We look at a map and see nations neatly separated by borders. We look at nature and see independent silos of resources. A forest here, a water reservoir there, a human city over in the corner. Operating with this disconnected logic creates a dangerous blind spot. When we try to fix a problem in one of those isolated boxes, we inevitably trigger a cascade of unintended consequences in a completely different area we weren't even watching. This photograph of Earth, entirely surrounded by the void of space, proves we aren't standing on an endless plane of inexhaustible materials. We are inside a rigidly defined, closed-loop vessel. Yet human civilization is expanding rapidly inside this closed system without a clear understanding of its underlying mechanics. We are operating complex machinery without a survival manual. To prevent a systemic breakdown, we have to drop the fragmented way we view reality. We need to start looking at the world through a unified architectural lens where every piece is structurally linked to the rest. The visionary engineer Buckminster Fuller diagnosed this exact problem decades ago. He observed that humanity's greatest vulnerability was that we were given a remarkably complex vehicle, but we were never handed an operating manual for Spaceship Earth. Today, a philosophical framework known as the Way of POE mirrors and expands upon Fuller's mechanical logic, offering a modern framework for navigating the ship. Both of these frameworks rely on a single foundational principle to serve as our new operating system: synergy. Synergy functions as a literal, mechanical law that dictates exactly how a thriving civilization must be engineered. Fuller defined synergetics through a very specific mechanism. The behavior of whole systems is always greater than, and entirely unpredictable from, the behavior of their individual parts. Take a look at these floating mechanical components. If you scatter a handful of gears, springs, and screws like this, they do absolutely nothing. But if you slide them together into a precisely interlocked configuration, you get emergence. The mechanism starts ticking. A completely new property, timekeeping, has been created out of nowhere. This is the mathematical anomaly where 1 + 1 = 3. The Way of POE takes this mechanical truth and scales it up. It applies the exact same logic as a universal law governing our social, economic, and ecological networks. The old method of solving global issues is entirely about managing the slow decline of finite resources. The synergistic method requires combining diverse human elements to realize solutions that were completely invisible in isolation. By organizing human ingenuity this way, we derive greater utility from the same physical materials, effectively expanding our survival capacity without needing more mass from Spaceship Earth. Applying this synerjack model directly to Earth's biosphere reveals our true position. We exist as physical components deeply intertwined within its biological web. This vantage point of Earth rising over the lunar surface highlights the extreme fragility of our biosphere. To survive, we have to make a psychological shift. We must take on the active responsibilities of the ship's maintenance crew. When we apply human ingenuity to natural systems, ethical principles and responsible resource management have to serve as our primary navigational controls. If we intentionally sync diverse global elements, pairing new technology with ecological data and global collaboration, new capabilities emerge at an exponential rate. Adopting this crew mentality transforms humanity into the biosphere's most vital, stabilizing mechanism. Once we secure immediate ecological survival, we can look at the long-term trajectory of human evolution. The Way of POE identifies the ultimate climax of this synergistic process as the omega point. Visually, it looks like this: a vast network of scattered nodes drawing together. The omega point is the deliberate, harmonious culmination of human intelligence and natural systems operating in total, unified synergy. Nature doesn't guarantee this evolutionary climax on its own. We have to actively steer toward it through conscious, collaborative choices. This is where Fuller and the Way of POE share a profound optimism. Global collapse is not predetermined. The future is simply an open design challenge waiting for human ingenuity. By embracing our systemic interconnectedness, we fulfill our ultimate purpose. We become conscious co-creators, successfully piloting Spaceship Earth to its highest potential.